The Fantastic Four is a property that Marvel reattempt every 10 years because it's apparently so damn hard to get them right. First you had the terrible 1994 B-movie that was only made to keep the rights to the characters. Then you had 2005, which was okay but severely lacking in any action and mostly relied on silly comedic bits. It got a sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, which was arguably better, and they nailed me on that, unlike a certain other movie. But unfortunately, Galactus was a massive cloud, and it wasn't good enough to warrant a third. Then 2015 rolled around, and we got Fantastic.
Say that again?
I don't think I need to mention this one.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get off! Fuck! Piece of shit! Fuck you!
Now we've got Disney Marvel trying their hand at bringing them into the MCU. Alright, great, so who's playing Doctor Doom? Oh wait, Doctor Doom isn't in it, till the post-credits. Let's immediately introduce Galactus and Silver Surfer. Oh wait, let's make Silver Surfer Shalabal. Who? A derivative from a What If storyline that only appeared on 4 pages of one comic book. Now it's Silver Surfer.
You serious?
Unfortunately, I am. This is perhaps the dumbest decision Marvel has made to date since, well, this.
He almost tasted that. Num 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 num, eat it up. Go play okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't never gotta heat me up.
No! This is the first time you're introducing the Fantastic Four, and instead of going with the beloved character Nor and Rad, you go with some cheap derivative no one has ever heard of before because it has a
vagina.
And you're doing the coming of Galactus immediately, rather than establishing Doctor Doom as a threat, which they clearly show that he's existed because they show Latveria and him absent as a representative of his own country. Jesus Christ, please, let's just get this over with. I'll rant more later. Join the Doctor as I review Fantastic, say that again, 4 Missteps. Johnny and Ben are actually a stronger aspect to the film. I like their dynamic the same as I liked the dynamic in 2005. They're really funny and bring lots of comedic bits, but also they bring a lot of heart to the team. That is when they're doing anything competent. I'll get more on that later. The fact that Galactus looks correct and is actually not a cloud, although he's not as powerful as the cloud version. More on that later. The design is actually really good and well done, and I enjoy the concept that he has a ship that feeds him into his back like it's energy. Also, the helmet design is really cool, but I don't think it's worth $90 for a popcorn bucket. And finally, the post-credit scene is actually really intriguing. I like the cloak design of Doctor Doom and the mask, what brief we see of it. And you can tell they didn't want to pay Robert Downey Jr. $100 million for a cheap cameo, so his face is obscured, but we know it's him. Pedro Pascal is not and was not the right choice for Mr. Fantastic. His acting is fine, passable at best, but still he's an absolute cock when it comes to Sue Storm, who does everything and gets everything done. Speaking of Sue, she's a businesswoman, which is the trope of the successful businesswoman, and she has an assistant that thinks she's just amazing. The Marvel humor pokes its ugly head a few times, but there are some genuinely funny moments, I will admit, like the car seat scene at the very end. Reed clearly isn't the smartest man alive, because mostly he just stands around bumbling, writing math on a chalkboard, and his plan completely and utterly fails. Johnny Storm, who's supposed to be the dumb one, actually proves himself to be smart because he learns the language of the Silver Surfer in like 2 days. Galactus wanting Franklin for some reason isn't really a good motivation. Apparently he has the power cosmic that can relieve him of his hunger, but I don't know why he has to destroy the whole planet in order to get it. And also, in not giving up Franklin, the Fantastic Four are technically the bad guys because, well then, Galactus will destroy the planet and kill literally everybody. You choose 1 life or 8 billion. What are you going to choose? Oh, we're going to choose this little child. The rip-off Interstellar sequence is not impressive, where they have to slingshot around the black hole because they don't have enough fuel to get home. Yeah, I did pick up on that. You're not clever, Matt Jackman. The CGI baby is jarring to look at in some scenes, but perhaps the biggest problem in this film is that the MCU is absolutely continuing, with Sue Storm constantly girl-bossing. There's a scene where she talks down to a crowd and lectures them about love and family and how they don't know anything. There's the fact that she is an absolutely amazing, successful businesswoman, the fact that she needs to negotiate with the Mole Man in order to get him to shelter the innocent civilians while they fight Galactus above. There's possibly the worst moment I've ever seen in a Marvel movie where Silver Surfer roars Tico's Johnny Storm and knocks Galactus through the portal, which is after Sue absolutely destroys him with the power of Girl Boss because she's all of a sudden powerful enough to push the literal devourer of worlds, a cosmic entity older than the universe itself, through a freaking portal because her son's in danger. I do not buy it. Galactus was absolutely nerfed here, and it sucks that the Cloud version is more powerful than this one, which is the proper one. Now let's talk about Shala Ball. She honestly could have been Northern Rad and nothing would have changed. In fact, it would have made it insanely better. Also, there's the fact that only Susan is able to fight her while in labor, and Thing, Human Torch, and Mr. Fantastic are just unable to go against her because she's too powerful. Also, for some reason, instead of getting depowered when she's separated from her surfboard like Northern Rad is, she can just teleport right back because she's too amazing and it's running on her power rather than the board is powering her. The ending is what drives this whole film down. It is utterly ridiculous. You will not defeat Galactus by just pushing him through with the power of mommy, I guess. She dies as well because she OD'd on the Force like a certain Luke Skywalker. Really, she exerted all of her power. And then her baby son brings her back to life because he's literally God or something. Vanessa Kirby as Sue is actually fine casting. It's what she was given to work with that's the problem. Pedro Pascal is an awful choice for Mr. Fantastic. They nailed it with John Krasinski and he just got blown up immediately by Wanda to show how amazing she was. The Thing is a good casting choice in Ebon Moss-Baccarat, but I do not like the voice of him at all. A rock monster does not have normal vocal range. It isn't possible. So there needs to be a shift from a more human-sounding voice to a gravelly voice like how Michael Chiklis had in 2005. Johnny Storm absolutely is a ladies' man in this, and I have no idea why Joseph Quinn would have lied to the press, maybe to get points for virtue signaling or something, I don't know. But Johnny is actually a really good part of this film, and I enjoyed Joseph Quinn's performance as him. To describe female Silver Surfer. Nobody wanted this, nobody was asking for this. Julia Garner is a fine actress, she does fine work, but she's not the right choice for a Silver Surfer. It doesn't matter if she's a variant or not. This is the first time you're seeing any sort of Silver Surfer in the MCU, and you're seeing a derivative version that appeared on 4 pages of a comic book. Oh, and also, there are 2 female Silver Surfers. One is Shadow Ball, one is another one that I'm pretty sure has a more prominent role than 4 pages on a What If comic. Paul Walter Hauser brings some actually funny moments as the Mole Man. He's supposed to be kind of a jokey villain as it is. He's in a few scenes and he's quite funny when he is in the movie. The standout performance is absolutely Ralph Ineson as Galactus. The man has the voice of a god, and he was the perfect choice to play Galactus. So actually good casting done by Marvel for once. His CGI may look a bit janky in places, but I'm willing to forgive it because of the other amazing performance he gives. This film gets a 5 out of 10 in the Plague Doctor's log. The ending is what brings down an otherwise half-decent plot. No way is Susan going to defeat Galactus. When you see that the Cloud is more powerful and it took Silver Surfer killing himself to defeat that one, then you see this one, who's just been pushed through a portal and then rose Tico'd by freaking Silver Surfer, because you can never ever have a man do a heroic sacrifice. He always needs to die like a bitch. That's Hollywood's rules, not mine. So yeah, Galactus is defeated by the power of girls get it done. Do yourself a favor and wait a few months till this comes out on digital, or just rewatch the only good Fantastic Four movie, The Incredibles. Until the pestilence strikes, I'm the Plague Doctor.